Oracle and these like big playmaking supports, it still does well. But they also have a really young offlaner that's still trying to figure out how his role in the team. I think they're still a little bit away from being the Navi of old. So.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned the picks because we got that up for you. The picks for Alliance versus Navi is
Let's take a look.
Go into the match. Alliance, who knows what they're picking? Because the WCA games are, you know, like you said, not exactly the strongest indication of how this patch is going to work out. Maybe we're going to get someone else to join us, Parker.
10 seconds remaining.
Right, then.
Look. You were playing against Alliance, and you banned Furion and Syllabear.
I mean, we saw Syllabear being first banned against a lot of the other teams as well. I think against EG in particular.
I think a lot of the American teams really like Lone Druid. I think you'll see it banned out against Complexity. I think DC was playing it a lot in the qualifiers, and EG also likes to play it a lot. It's a very good hero.
All right, Parker, how you been?
Howdy, been busy casting, and saw a few of the Navi games early today. I definitely agree with Brian, it's been a bit shaky for them, especially one game where it felt like they really should have won and kind of gave away a big lead, so they've got to be somewhat under a lot of pressure right now. The first game was their opener against EG, which I think they didn't seem too disappointed by. They had a meal afterwards, they were eating lunch, they were joking around, but it was the second loss where they seemed really affected by it. So, Alliance sticking with what's been a bit of a trend of the tournament, pull out the Death Prophet once again to go with the Spirit Breaker.
I think it's good. I think Death Prophet's extremely strong. And Ace, Navi with the chin pickup. Okay, is this an art style chin?
Yes, art style plays that chin. He does it pretty well. It's a bit more aggressive and active than a lot of the other chins you see. I mean, it's art style. You need to when you've got Wisp. I mean, Wisp is not. I feel like Wisp and Chen together is like two very low presence heroes for the first kind of 5-10 minutes of the game.
I feel like Alliance has a lot of options here in the carry they pick. They could pick something really high mobility, and just get away with it. I just don't know who. Is Loda? I mean, the only high mobility carry I know that Loda can play is Storm Spirit, and that is not a very good hero at the moment. So, I do miss the old days of Loda carry Storm Spirit though.
Yeah, I don't think Storm Spirit is a hero right now.
He's not. He's probably one of the worst at the moment. I think Sumail's really the only one that can pull it off.
5 seconds remaining.
Is Split still spamming Storm Spirit in his pub games?
I think he to him he says he still feels like the same hero with farm, but.
Well, the thing is, his farm rate is much slower because of the changes, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But the thing is, in pubs, you weren't really having people stacking for you like crazy.
Okay. That's
so it's still. His big benefit was back in the last patch when you could just stack for him like crazy and he would just be able to farm it. He would lose mid, but he'd be Radiant, so he'd just go farm stacks no problem.
I think even a big part of it in pubs was like you'd hit level 7, 8, 9 and you're ready to like TP and gank the other lane, or even just you grab a rune, you go for a kill, but because all your mana cost is so much higher, it's a lot harder to do that these days with the new Storm Spirit, so.
Alright, let's not talk about
Let's say, I
don't think Storm Spirit deserves this much talk about him. Dead hero.
So Navi just picking up their 2 supports to start things off, and what kind of cores they have in mind to go with. IO Chen, you've got to think aggressive. Tiny's already been banned out back in the first stage, so Vincere loves playing heroes like Ember Spirit. Sven really comes to mind with the IO as a good partner. And Sven's good against Death Prophet too.
I feel that Death Prophet is very good against Ember. Because the way that she kind of works in the game, you get the Yule so you can remove the Flame Guard. Your Siphon does not care about Flame Guard because the 0 spirit damage goes through it. You have a big AoE silence, so if he is ever clipped by it, you're in trouble. And the way that you siege with the Death Prophet is you send the Death Prophet up top in front, and his team just backs up, so your Sleight of Fist can't really hit too much.
Arcade Crystal Maiden?
Is this an Arcade Crystal Maiden? Yeah, it probably is.
It's surely.
It's definitely Dooney Spirit Breaker.
Sure. It's great against the Chen creeps.
Yeah, it is good against the Chen creeps. You're right. I think it's interesting. It's not the. I mean, this isn't the best aura team. The aura doesn't help him out that much. With the Doom now, it kind of helps.
I think the aura helps him out a lot.
This helps everybody, I think.
Spirit Breaker has a ton of mana problems.
You're right.
He does.
You're right. You're right.
Being able to get like with no stat items, you only have like mana for 1 charge at level 1.
That's true.
I think Spirit Breaker benefits a lot. Yeah, I think all 3 of these heroes.
Yo, whatever happened to Doom, man? That hero used to be the bomb.
Doom is still getting picked a little bit.
It's the 4th pick too.
Yeah.
I think he's still good. And then the Sven. This is the Death Prophet counter, I think.
Death Prophet counter, Wisp partner, and just a really suitable hero for Vincere who like to kind of snowball off.
You think so? I mean, obviously the armor is very good
The
against
move speed gets you away from the siphon too.
Yes, at the same time though, I feel like the way that Death Prophet's
10
built, you
seconds
could kite
remaining.
Sven once his
That's
BKB
true.
is getting down low. So I feel like that
5
first
seconds
2,
remaining.
3 uses of BKB has to decide a lot.
I think the most important part about the Sven is the
Reserve
burst
time.
damage, where like Blink Dagger is core these days on Sven, especially against the Death Prophet. So you blink on top and then you just try and blow up the Death Prophet like instantly, take out the
Navi's
exorcism
turn
from the
to
fight, and not allow yourself to get kited because of that. I guess the instant response is like you nether strike the Sven, but like an IO Sven blinking on top of a Death Prophet could just spell instant death.
No. You know, for Alliance, I
10
wouldn't hate
seconds
a
remaining.
safe lane Void. I think Void, the time dilation, works really well against Queen. She blinks in if you're in range for a time dilation.
Alliance's
She's just kind of
turn
stuck
to
there for a
pick.
while.
Well, thank God, no more Naga.
No Naga.
Woo!
I mean, I really like
Dodge
the
the
off.
bullet.
I like the off lane Void more than I like the safe lane Void, but I don't think it's a terrible pickup against Sven, who's usually trying to keep his war cry up, and Quap's blink and scream. A lot of low cooldown abilities there.
So are we thinking something more of a magical carry for Alliance? You got the
do you guys not think there's a chance Loda plays the Doom?
Loda could play the
10
Doom.
seconds remaining.
I mean, Loda is one of the few people that would really play the
5
one position Doom back in the
seconds
day.
remaining.
I don't know.
But he would build it
Bulldog
like crazy. But Bulldog plays a lot of Doom
Yeah,
too.
he loves playing Doom.
Yes.
It's much more recent. Bulldog is a much more recent
Yeah.
Doom player for Alliance. Loda used to play like the crazy aura carry Doom, where he would get like Vlad Shivas.
I mean, is it too crazy to say that you could have Spiritberg offlane Doom jungle, and you pick another core?
That's super greedy against a Quap.
That's
Chin.
I think unlikely. I think if they're running Doom safe lane, it's to put someone like Bulldog on the offlane Spirit Breaker, or. But I think you're right, Lumi. That most likely it's a Bulldog Doom.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
They
it's
don't
Bulldog.
need like a hard carry type pick for the safe lane for load. I don't feel like a Wraith King type hero that can just be like more of a secondary core to the Death Prophet, because of how well Death Prophet just scales and the tempo you play it with the Death Prophet. I feel like you need something in the safe lane that isn't too greedy, unless you're going Naga Sign, which works because it's like the complete other extreme.
Sure. How about something like a Clinks? Not exactly great
Clinks-
against the plus armors.
Good against Chin though.
Yeah, that's precisely. You eat the Chen creeps and it's always 1400 HP, so it's
Right.
like a big boost. You could go for the or get against the Quab and pressure him that way. Hero that Loda's been played before, so.
Yeah. And you don't know what Navi's offlane's going to be, so it kind of works against all Gyro. Okay, that's just a safe pick.
Navi
I mean, it's not
Turn
good
to
against Warcry, but it's okay. I think it's just safe. Gyro's always good. It's just a standard.
I feel like Gyro's actually very weak against Chen. Early game wise,
Yeah.
you don't have a way to defend yourself, so he's very reliant on the Crystal Maiden to kind of bail him out.
That's true. I don't think he's particularly good against Chin. I'm saying it's not very good against Warcry.
I think he's weak against both. Like the
Yeah.
flak damage gets completely negated by Warcry. The mech plus Hand of God negates like cooldown
10
damage and all that. But
seconds remaining.
a strong laning hero, it's a loader
5
hero. It
seconds
Maybe it's like,
remaining.
hey, we don't know what's going on, let's pick Gyro.
Yeah.
It's just
I
safe.
think that's what it is. I think
it
it's
wins
just
the
safe.
lane. It can then farm ancient
Reserve
stacks. It
time.
can keep like up with the Sven as far as the farm rate goes. I
Right.
think, despite how some of the spells are somewhat countered by what Navi have, I think it's still a solid issue.
You know, speaking of Doom, is Doom even that good in a game that you have both Wisp relocate and Chen send back? Like, is Doom ever gonna do anything?
Well, maybe not.
You gotta so you
gotta-
get one of them and they get sent back.
You just got to get Infernal Blade
Well,
to Sven.
I guess you always guarantee a 5v4,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, with
Yeah.
your Dooms.
Right.
Hey, welcome back to the casting panel. I mean, before we send it back to the casters, who's got the better draft? Beastmaster was the final
I like the
pick.
Beastmaster pick.
I like the
I'm
Beastmaster
sold
pick too.
on that.
I think Alliance will win, but I like Navi's draft better.
Okay.
Navi, they got this.
All right.
I reckon.
So we have.
What's your opinion?
I thought the Cheever thing is not to have an opinion.
No, have an opinion. I want your opinion.
That's the Sheever thing.
Yeah.
You're not Shiver.
That's not
I'm
the
a
Lumi thing.
replacement
Be your own
for Sheever.
person.
No, you're gonna.
Are you saying I'm not beautiful and pretty?
Exactly what I'm saying. Please
Yeah.
be Lumi.
Damn. All right. I think Alliance has a better
10
draft,
You're
seconds
handsome.
remaining.
and I think they
You're
will
handsome.
win. Thank you. As Crystal Maiden is not a
5 seconds
exactly a
remaining.
common hero, and Crystal Maiden is amazing against Chen, amazing against Sven, and amazing against jungle creeps.
Amazing against Sven.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
talk about that one later.
Nova. Nova. Let's look at the casters and see what.
Prepare
Indeed,
for
thank you
battle.
very much, Lumi. It's myself, Odie Pixel, and of course, young Master Vincere that's going to be taking you through El Clasico, Alliance versus Navi. Now, let's get ourselves in the game. I believe the game is underway. Let's not waste any more time looking at our ugly mugs. And let's get ourselves into the pretty boys indeed. Alliance and NaVi. Alliance already smoked up, ready to go Winter. These are the lads that favor the first pick, Death Prophet. And is that the hero that's going to win you games on this patch?
The hero is proven pretty strong, like from the last game. But he still has his weakness, like the long cooldown of the ultimate. You need to play around the fact that when Death Prophet's ultimate is down, you have to try and get an objective, get Roshan, push towers, make a gang, place wards, and whatnot. The problem is when he reaches the point where he has Octarine Call, then the window of the opportunity where the Death Prophet ultimate is down becomes really slim.
And obviously some interesting kind of harks back to the past here. The fact that Ake coming out on the Crystal Maiden. Now, why the Crystal Maiden in a game like this?
I think the main purpose was a reaction towards the Chen. They wanted a support that can protect the lanes, because you can frostbite the creeps for a long duration. And obviously, it sort of makes the laning phase of the Death Prophet much stronger because you have so much mana to spam. Oh, they're gonna force him to get
Gotta be careful, yeah. Straight up with the Spirit Siphon, but they'll blink himself away. EGM is there with the charge. Can they try and close this gap? It's gonna be a hard one to do so, and Dendi, yeah, it was always gonna be the harder target that if Alliance were gonna find someone in trouble trying to catch him out. He'll be fine. 20 seconds here to the rune spawn. And yeah, we heard the panel's opinions, but in your expert opinion, Winter, who's got the better draft?
I think I like Alliance heroes more. Like, I feel like because of the fact that they have so many cores, so it's much more on NaVi's pressure that they need to execute early, they need to win the early phase. It's always like that for NaVi. Their drafts always focuses a lot on winning the early phase, and if they don't, then they'll fall off very hard with their heroes. And right now, their early lanes with the supports are Whis and Chen. It's not that easy to combine the two supports to make a gang happen. It's all on the Chen. You get a good creep and you make the smoke gang alone. Like sometimes when you see teams, they run the Chen type of lineup, they have a Rubik, they have a bench on the support that can actually make the first move. So it's going to be tough for the Chen this game, I feel. And I think the panel even mentioned that the Doom pick was also good against the Chen because you can devour the creeps when he's coming to gank you. So it's very difficult for the Chen to make ganks this game.
Top lane EGM just joining onto Loader. We'll charge the board, take the goal. And the goal there for the Gyrocopter. And I mean, the mid lane matchup, something that I want to talk about. So you've got Dendi back on his signature hero, the Quap, and S4 on the hero that's had its time in its past, but now a lot of teams prioritizing this pick. How does the kind of the Death Prophet versus Queen of Pain matchup go down? And is it something that Dendi's going to have the upper hand with that Queen of Pain?
He needs to rely on the Chen to help him though. I think DP will have a... Oh, here we go, the aggression.
Yeah, I'll start with the wraparound. The Hadouken is there, and S4. He's going to try and heal up with the Spirit Siphon, but the Shadow Strike poison damage ticking him down. The right clicks fly through. Is it going to be enough with the right clicks from the creeps? He's going to juke it out. It's not enough. Shadow Strike poison brings him down, and Dendi will find the first blood there in the mid lane. And as you said, great rotation from Chen securing that.
Yeah, because if the Chen doesn't interfere in this matchup with the CM Aura, Death Prophet will definitely win the lane. So Queen of Pain needs every bit of help that he can get from the Chen. And you even got a really good creep like the Hadouken, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
He even had a second Hadouken ready in case the last tick of the poison didn't kill off for that. So really important kill for NaVi. And Beastmaster right now, he's gonna have a really tough time in this lane against Gyro. Like, Gyro is one of the safe lane carries that can pressure the Beastmaster out of the lane very easily with the flag. And you don't want to give away the Hawk for the time because the Hawk gives a lot of experience towards the enemy team. He has to be really careful not losing his summons in the lanes.
In terms of the runes, we're going to see Ake finding himself an illusion rune. Might head down towards the south. He might have actually walked into Dendi blinking away from the Death Prophet. The top lane, as we can see, as you were saying,
Yeah.
Akmo just having a terrible time here. He's
Just look at how they're playing the top lane. Oh no, bottom lane. Bulldog's gonna get dove on, but he's fine. But Gyrocopter, he's like running up, he's zoning the Beastmaster, and SB is actually taking last hits in the lane. They want to make sure that Axmo stays at level 1 as long as possible.
Yeah, it's straight up just all the aggression onto this Beastmaster. They know that it can be an issue if they do let it get out of control. And the mid lane 7 for 8 on Dendi at the moment, 4 for 3 on S4. So thanks to that gank, has set Dendi a little bit ahead, and we're seeing S4 having to salve up here. Certainly struggling a little bit against the Dendi Quap. We've seen in the past, this man, you know, despite how the teams kind of had their ups and had their downs, if he gets a good start on the Queen of Pain, he can destroy a game single-handedly.
Yeah, yes he can. But right now, at the moment, even though DP is gonna struggle right now after the gank, but he's gonna be able to catch up later. I feel like when the attention needs to be focused on the Doom, because you don't want the Doom to get too much. So I think at some point the Chen has to address the situation at bottom lane. If you look at Bulldog, he's getting way too much from the off lane, because you have one support focusing on helping mid, and Wiz alone is not going to be able to deal with the Doom. As you can see here, Doom is just like a king in the bottom lane. So the Chen has to come help bottom at some point. Otherwise, the Doom is just going to get way too much. S4 has a hard time, yeah, but it's a trade-off, you know.
Yeah, I mean, as we're saying, the offlanes are really the polarizing points between these two sides at this point. You've got pretty much double the XP on this Doom compared to the Beastmaster. Mid lane S4 trying to move in onto Dendi, 1v1ing. There is the backup of the Chen here, so S4, even if he does get the kill, which he won't, he's going to be in trouble. The wraparound's there. That's going to be another kill here for Dendi, thanks to the rotation of art style.
It's not worth it though, I feel, because they even rotated the Wiz in. I don't think that they actually gained too much. Like, Alliance is fine because Doom is like farming so much from the bottom lane. And if you look at the Beastmaster, like you mentioned, Beastmaster is getting nothing like out of the lane. This is going to be a huge problem because Beastmaster without levels can't do anything for his team.
There's going to be a lot of kind of pressure, I guess, on the Quap to use what he's been given at this point. At top lane, charge him. They've got a full-on rocket barrage straight onto Akabo, and Akabo will get taken down. Already being punished in terms of the lane, now getting punished with his life. Bottom lane, Bulldog being body blocked up by Seneko and Tichara, but again with the Scorched Earth, he's going to be able to run it off. Bulldog keeping himself alive and playing this lane very nicely at the moment, as we keep saying down there.
Yeah, he even has like the aura so that he can actually stay in the lane very well. So this laning phase for Bulldog has gone really, really well. And like you mentioned, the Queen of Pain, because the Chen has allocated 2 times of the ganks to help him, so he has to be able to help out the other lanes after he gets the level advantage ahead of the Death Prophet. But you can see as well, like the way Alliance is playing, like the way they were pressuring the Beastmaster earlier has been also paying off for them. Like, even if Sven gets a little more CS than the Gyro, as you can see there, like he was like 7 ahead, but because of the way they are pressuring the Beastmaster right now, Beastmaster is having such a hard time in the laning phase, and they're actually choosing to use the Chen to help up the Beastmaster right here. We'll see whether it pays off. It's gonna be a very difficult kill though, because Beastmaster doesn't offer too much at this stage of the game to help the Chen get the kill.
Bottom lane, we've got a charge coming in from EGM from the west. On the Spirit Breaker, heading straight for the IO, and I did TP back to base, so EGM's going to have to hold off on that one and look elsewhere for a bit of action. Mid lane still, regardless of the kills, the CS difference is pretty incredible. 20 for 20 against 11 for 4. S4 is really struggling against this Quap.
Yeah, but it's he got ganked twice, so I mean it's understandable even though it's 8 CS behind, 7 CS behind. Like I mentioned, like Death Prophet doesn't really need to snowball. Later, she can easily catch up with the CM aura, keep farming, and rely on his team, like especially the Doom, to make space for him and the Spirit Breaker as well. So I don't think they'll be too worried about that. Right now, the Queen of Pain has her ultimate, so she wants
Sonic Wave. She's going to jump straight in here onto S4. There will be a charge onto Denny, trying to hold him off the bash as well. S4 starting to heal up with the Spirit Siphon. Sonic Wave onto 2. S4 taking out the Shadow Strike. Trying to turn around. Dendy getting low. Dendy will be able to get himself up to the high ground. Starts to pull up. Seneko will get taken down there by the rotation from Bulldog on the Doom. Dendy, he's got to be careful. The bash is there. EGM, but the blink is there in time. Dendy out to the side. Goes for the TP out. Will just be able to get himself away. So they do only lose the IO there. They do manage to get Dendy out, but that was the Sonic Wave expelled, and they don't actually get any kills with him. That's a hefty cooldown.
That was really, really big for Alliance. They're not losing any hero. Art Style here gonna get trapped by EGM. Is he gonna get lucky with the fastest OD?
Oh, they've got the cooldown. Easily they can close themselves in. The IO heal, not quite enough. They will find the kill in return onto EGM, so they make it a 1-for-1. That's going to be some more favourable action though that Loader is involved in.
They want to get the Doom into the face of the game right now. They want to try to use the first Doom on, especially the
And okay, just going to ignore the Beastmaster. Look towards mid. Dendy wants to try and get the Quap, but Quap, Dendy with a blink jumps straight over the Doom. Bulldog will just have to make the walk back over to his side of the map, unable to find the angle to get the jump.
Yeah, you can see right now the difference of the offlaners. The Beastmaster moving around doesn't provide the team much because he's so under level, whereas the Doom is starting to pressure around the map right now with the early advantage that he gets from the lane.
You don't do this, do you? No. I was like, come on, EGM, calm down. Calm down.
Remember the game that we casted? It was always want to fly, like
always
charging.
want to fly. Spirit Breaker, never forget. 2015. So EGM's been holding him back a little bit more here.
So you see right now, because Dityara has gone for a really greedy build to jungle, so he's able to actually free the lane for the Beastmaster. This is what they desperately need. They need the Beastmaster to have his level 6 so he can actually be a part of the game. Because right now, NaVi are basically playing 4-man. Like the Beastmaster doesn't do anything into the game without his levels.
Oh, we're going to see S4 getting caught out. Dendy jumps forward here. S4 between the two of them. There'll be a Storm Ambers to finish him off. Now EGM could be in trouble. Godstrike popped by Dityara. They'll look to chase it, and with the burst, they'll get it. Dendy on a killing spree. A second kill here for the side of NaVi. And just a failed attempt to go for that rune, and it cost the side of Alliance 2 of their lives.
That was pretty big for them, getting those 2 kills right now. Death Prophet is
He's on the
actually
same net worth as the
very,
IO.
very far behind because of all the deaths.
I mean, you talk about the potential catch up now. Bottom lane, Bulldog moving in onto Akmo.
Should be
They've got
better
the
get
chase
kill.
down. No, whether this guy gets out. Denny looking for the jungle. Can't quite get it. Might be able to find the turnaround. He's got the help of Arsenal with the who's done for the central. They get him. Do control him, and they do manage to find the kill onto the Duke.
That was still okay for Alliance because Bulldog managed to force rotations over and other lanes are going to be able to farm safely, and he got the 1-for-1 trade against the Beastmaster, and Beastmaster died before the Doom died, so Beastmaster didn't get anything at all, so that was actually really bad for the Beastmaster once again. So I'm not sure though, they need to be able to get the Beastmaster, that's the first priority, get his level 6 so he can actually participate in the game and get the relocate online. These are the 2 important things that NaVi need to do right now. And as for Alliance, it's just about farming and getting into the late game without losing too much. As long as they get into the late game without losing too much, their late game is just much superior against NaVi.
Yeah, they're going to need to find a way as well to just recover S4's Death Prophet.
He's just a problem right now for Alliance. Whereas everyone else is pretty happy. Game once more getting cancelled by EGM, realizing that he's not going to be able to do too much here. But so far, S4 still hasn't been able to get space to catch up because NaVi is just putting a lot of focus on making sure that the Death Prophet doesn't get a lot of farm in the lanes and constantly pressuring him by ganking him with the chance.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, we've seen a few Death Prophet games where she's been let to
Yeah, but
kind of get out of control.
it
NaVi's
doesn't-
showing us how that you can deal with it.
It doesn't feel like she's going to be the problem. Like, the other
No.
heroes are the problem right now. For,
Yes,
for
oh yeah,
Alliance.
absolutely. Because NaVi just put so much pressure onto the Death Prophet. Well, EGM, he's going to follow through onto this charge onto Dendy. Seneko is there. These Alliance are going to have to hold off. Dendy has got a Sonic Wave, so if a few balls do slap onto S4, he's going to get fairly low. Dendy, he's going to do anything in the jump back. He's fairly low on health, so he'll have to play it safe. He's starting to build towards his Orchid. Levels in the mid lane, but Akmo's got a DD. Still hasn't got that level 6 on this Beastmaster, and that's going to be quite a crucial point if the side is
I
still on
wonder
level
if
4.
Bulldog went for a Midas this game because he had so much gold just now. Oh, he's actually going just for
The drums.
the drums built the face put, so he's going to be able to make space for the Death Prophet. For one moment, I thought he was saving for the Midas because he had so much gold. I thought the normal build would be getting a drums, but maybe he thought about it and felt like S4 needed space to come back into the game, so he can't afford to get a Midas.
I guess that because he himself was having a good time in the game. So he was like, I'm doing well. But then, yeah, as a team, they probably said, we need to kind of work something out so S4 can as you said, get a bit of momentum.
Talking about creeps that might be good for the Doom this game, I think the Ice Armor, probably one of the better creeps this game for him against the Sven. Especially once the Death Prophet starts to get a lot of items, the Ice Armor on her will be a huge problem. Like, even the Gyrocopter could use the armor, so I think those are one of the few creeps that Doom could to get this game instead of the crit. It's a very good solution against the Sven. But so far right now, I think Alliance are still really happy of playing passive, just trying to get more farm on all their cores, and CM is just jungling, SBs, like EGM is just mainly staying off the map, so he's like a pressure. Like, you don't see the Spirit Breaker, every lane has to play really safe, and right now, we see the relocate coming online for NaVi, but Beastmaster still not at level 6 yet, so they are not going to be able to make any plays around the map without the Raw.
I mean, Dichira's he's pretty built at this point of the game, so they can certainly kind of sneak a Sven in with the relocate and look some action.
Yeah,
Actually, smoke up
and
from
Alliance thinks that they are doing the stacks with the Sven because they noticed he had a Helm of Storm earlier.
Yes.
So they are trying to smoke and try to look for him, but he's not anywhere near the Ancients. They have a ward there, so maybe they're going to try to get the kill on Dandy here. Not going to be easy though, he's really far back at his tower.
Made the lead in. Dandy. Does he know? He does. Straight away blink out. It was always going to be a hard kill.
Oh, they even popped the Chen heal for that? Maybe he was just healing his creeps at bottom, so I'm not sure. Yeah, probably just the creeps, but they are able to secure a tier 1 at bottom. Relocate being expanded in the mid lane. S4.
Chasing him down. They will end up bringing the back out of that there with a re-relocate. So they haven't quite got the control to deal with S4. He's going to be fine. Punish him too heavily.
He's still really far behind though. I'm actually starting to... I was like, okay, maybe they're going to make space for him to come back later, but right now he still does not have any space to farm his way back into the game. He's probably just going to rely on winning team fights though, I think, at this point, because it's very hard for the Death Prophet to come back into the game when there's not much space. So the other way of coming back into the game is to secure team fights, get towers, get Roshan kill to boost your income. Like, play as a team, so you then get picked off by the relocate and Beastmaster roll. I think that's their plan right now for S4 to come back into the game, because it doesn't seem like they're going to give him some time, like some alone time to catch up in farm.
I guess the one thing as well that's really good for Alliance is the fact that Loader's had a pretty much, flawless game at the moment. He's got himself involved in a couple of kills, he's got 100 CS at this point of the game, he's looking to try and take a tower here on the bottom lane with the help of his team. Same time, NaVi pressuring the top lane, pressuring the mid lane, so they are looking for a favourable trade, getting a couple of tier 1s in trade for just the one. Might see Alliance get themselves back in time to win, and they will. TP top, there's going to be a charge forward from EGM. A Bulldog throws out the rock onto Seneko. Seneko will get taken down by the Doom. Now S4, these are the kind of kills that he needs to find. He's got the Spirit Siphon, he'll look to chase. Doom's been dropped, no escape for Ditchera. A second kill for the side of Alliance, and S4 getting himself a bit of money in the bank.
Oh, he manages to buy his blink before he died, and that was a really good choice of defense from Alliance. They chose to defend the top lane because they realized if they defend middle, the relocate will be there. So you have to play your hand into the lane the Wisp is. So that was a really good move by Alliance there, defending. They actually didn't find a tower, but they got got kills on the Wisp and the Sven. Sven purchased the dagger before he died, so he didn't lose any gold. So that's good for him.
It's nearly level 11 as well here, so we're going to have that. It's up God's strength.
And you have to remember he hasn't really done his stack yet, so that's still a huge amount.
That's a huge
amount of gold that he hasn't really obtained. So that's gonna be the next point of contention for Alliance, and they do as well want to secure their own stack for the gyrocopter.
I mean, at this point, in terms of the item builds, on the Sven, after the blink, does he have to get the BKB next, or can he afford to go for that S&Y build that we're seeing a lot of Svens do?
I think in this game S&Y is good. Like BKB, maybe later against the CM when CM has ultimate and you're worried that she can actually channel her full duration ultimate. Right now he probably will go for S&Y because against Death Prophet and the Doom, you want to have more movement speed to get away from them, to chase them down. So I'm thinking maybe Armlet as well, but because with the Wisp, Armlet can be a good option. But the only thing that you have to worry is you toggle your Armlet on and you get Doom. And then you can't turn it off. That is the problem. But otherwise, it's really good synergy with the Wisp. I think the Armlet. Oh wow, Dragon? Is he playing Dragon Lance? Okay. That is I think it's a first for me to see gyrocopters going Dragon Lance. Because I don't usually see it that often because I feel like it's not a necessary item on gyrocopter. You want to hit a target in front and you get your flat cannon splash on all the targets behind. So generally you don't really need the range.
The initial range, because the flat cannon provides that. Well, top lane. Chirag with the quick reactions does blink away, but Artstar getting caught out. There is backup. EGM does get stunned on the back lines and he will charge himself straight across away from the side of NaVi. All heroes seeing thing in chase. Blink 4 from Dendi with a right click shadow strike down onto EGM. Looks like he'll be the one to drop at the side of Alliance. Blink 4 from Ditcherada. Get the kill on the Space Cow. The rest of Alliance do manage to get themselves out of that one.
So Loda wasn't able to go top, so they weren't able to take the fight without the carry, but nevertheless they're still getting a lot of getting farm on Loda. And talking about the Dragon Lance again, it's not an item that you would waste later anyway, because you're gonna use the 2 parts to make Butterfly
Butterfly and BKB
and S&Y. Yeah. So it's like an item that you get now and you get a lot of, you don't waste anything. But Doom goes for the dagger this game, so he's able to mainly initiate on, I think his job is to mainly initiate on the Wisp or the Chen to prevent the sandbag, prevent the heals and whatnot. So Link is really important for him to have this game. But you want the SB and the Doom to probably one of you target the Wisp and the Chen each.
Yes, they're both locked down.
Yeah, so they're both locked down, and your team can actually clear out the frontliners for NaVi, especially the Sven.
And he's got an invis here, and he's found Loader all on his own. There's backup from Ditchera, and Ditchera, if he can get the blink off into the Stormhammer, this man's in a lot of trouble. Moving in with the God Strength, can Loader survive through this one? No, not with a Sonic Wave. Coming out from the Quap. Nice use there at the invis rune, and Loader just not expecting that, even though he was farming fairly aggressively there over on the NaVi side of the map, but they did have a dire ward in their jungle.
If you look at the, I was gonna say about the ward, he saw no one there, so he felt safe, but invis rune, so too bad. Those are one of the few things that sometimes, because you have the vision, you think you're safe and the enemy smokes and you don't see them.
It's a bit of an interesting one, isn't it? First up on the Death Prophet, getting the Ether Lens. S4.
I'm trying to think maybe the reasoning behind it is because he's having such a tough game that he's trying to
just build farm safer?
Yeah, small items. It's easier for him to build an item like this because the build out is cheap instead of going for something expensive. And obviously, it's not the most efficient item on Death Prophet at this stage to go for a first item, but considering his situation, he probably feels that he's not able to build anything big yet because it's really tough for him. And it does give him some sort of survivability against the nuke damage from NaVi, the Chen, nuke, the Sven, Stormhammer, but there's still a lot of damage that comes from physical from Sven, and of course the Sonic Wave Queen of Pain from Queen of Pain that doesn't do anything to that. So we'll see how much it helps him survive in team fights.
And let's have a look. What did the Sven end up doing in the end after that blink tag? Okay, he's picked up the Sand.
Yeah,
So
SNY.
go for the SNY first this game. So. And what we already know, we've seen Svens before. Once they get the SNY online with the God Strength, they do a pretty sizable amount of damage there if they can get in with the punch.
Yeah, I feel like this Death Offer is not going to be able to survive
Especially when the Quap's got an Orchid complete and is level 11.
The other two heroes has to carry Alliance Heart, the Doom and the Gyrocopter, because the Death Prophet right now, he sort of has been relegated into a utility position, like a position 3 hero right now, so that's not the best thing for Alliance, but NaVi are going to try and sneak Roshan here, and they're leaving Beastmaster on the map, so Alliance might not actually suspect this.
I think it looks like they should get away with it with the speed that they'll take it down with God's Strength. Already at half health. Alliance are sending 4 heroes towards the mid. The question is if they send them all the way down here, but regardless, it looks like it should be too late as NaVi.
Are they smoking? Do they know?
They're getting
they
close,
got a charge.
They've got it though. Dandy's managed to pick himself up the Aegis. I don't think they want to fight on that, and then Alliance, yeah. They realise they're too late. They've got to let the side of NaVi get away.
Oh, they actually had vision just now? Alright, I didn't realize they had vision. Oh, they had the creep there, alright. The Helm of Dominator creep. How they got the vision, but it was already too late for them, and right now S4 is going back to the Yules. Just needs to be able to survive in team fights. Maybe even going for a Ghost Scepter could be useful against the Sven.
Relocate mid, looking to catch out S4, punish the man who's already been punished. 3 of them jumping in on him. He's all alone. S4 getting taken down again. This time Io going to be the one credited with the kill. Seneko bringing the team in. And Alliance still be in for some trouble here. Ditcherai is around. TP out from Ake. He's going to be out of vision, so we'll be alright. Himself back and away. And
this Death Prophet is going to be so useless in team fights because he dies so fast, and we see another raw at bottom of EGM.
Look at him, quickly he disappears.
That was like not even a level 3 book, and here comes the Yara
more bloodshed here on the side of Alliance. Ditcherai getting the Stormman onto board. A 1-2 with the God Strength, melting through the Doom. 11-6 now for NaVi, and this Sven, thanks to those kills, he's got the SNY done, 1k gold as well. For 20 minutes in, a Sven with these kind of items is understandably pretty damn scary here if you're going up against it.
Bro, are they going to lose the tier 3 at this rate? 25 seconds on the Doom. They're not going to be able to defend this. And S4 is just way too weak at this stage of the game to be able to do much. And they still have Aegis on Dandy. Oh my god, this is troublesome for them.
They need some big EGM, trying to lead in. They do have loader, but again, EGM just not feeling comfortable going the full way. There's ways for them to stop the charge nonetheless.
They have to at least wait for the Aegis to expire before they are able to actually take a fight. So this is really worrisome. What did the Gyro purchase?
Yeah, what did Gyro?
Yeah, I saw a recipe.
What was the recipe for it on there? The BKB?
Yep, he's gonna disassemble it for BKB.
Yeah. Mid lane, charge onto Dandy. They do have backup. They get the silence, and this could be a big kill if they can catch him out in time. And with the CM there as well. Oh, Aegis there. Go for a round 2. Doesn't look like it. He's just content with popping the Aegis and leaving it at that. With the Aegis gone here, then.
But it's already going to expire, so NaVi is not going to be too upset about that. Just gonna wait for probably Necro 3 before they try to make another play. Like, I think Axmo is pretty close to actually 900 gold actually towards. Maybe if they take a tower, mid tower or top tower, it's gonna help him get to that stage.
I mean, we already saw though, you know, with Eve just with level 2, how quickly he killed the Spirit Breaker. They've still got a lot of power with that book.
I mean, if you're looking at grouping up and fight, Navi's still really strong right now with the Beastmaster Aura and the Sven being very, very difficult to deal with. Because Alliance don't have enough farm on the Death Prophet to deal with the Sven at this stage. I think you probably might even have to expand like the Doom on the Sven all the time. Because I know I mentioned that you have to Doom either the Whis or the Chen, but right now the Sven is a really, really big problem. Like, the only way you can deal with him is just Doom him.
I do like the build that Ditcherai's going for. It's always nice to see how long a Sven can feel confident without buying the BKB, and he's holding it off. He's just picked himself up a Crystallis.
Does he need the BKB this
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. When he's at this point, he can just walk it off, especially when he's got an IO as well, and he's got a Gem of Hand of God. This man, unlikely to die unless it really falls apart in the team fight.
Yeah, but he went for the Crystallis. Yeah. I'm not sure though.
You don't like that?
I feel like it's much more like there are other items that, like Crystallis is just an offensive item. There are items
that's what we want. We want to see him one shot.
Yeah, but it might be risky because you don't have any defensive item. Like, I prefer something that does help you be offensive and defensive, like AC provides you armor for the team and whatnot. Crystallis is just like, I'm confident that I will not ever get in trouble in the game, in the team fights, because I'm so far ahead. If you make a mistake, you might get punished for that. Because your items are all out on getting kills on me and not, making sure you or your team stays alive. Or it could work because they are so far ahead right now. He's probably just like, whatever, I just need to kill them in 1 shot or 2 shots.
S4 has now found himself heals. He is slowly climbing himself back up the board, S4. And as you said, if they can start to get a push on with the exorcism, make a good team fight. He can close that gap.
Yep. So basically,
a big gap still.
What needs to happen for them is they need to get the Doom on the Sven, and hopefully SB tries to disable the backline, the Wisp and the Chen, and they try to kill whoever is in front, like the Queen of Pain on the Sven first. So that should be, I think, what they are looking for. They need to get the Doom on the Sven.
Ooh, smoky wokey here from Alliance. On the high ground. They can catch someone out between the towers. Ping's coming out from Taneko. The jig is up, they know what's going on. And it's safe. They're not going to be caught out here by Alliance and Alliance. And looking to just reveal and maybe just try and take a confidence to try and go full on this tier 1, or do you feel they do still need to be a little bit
it's risky,
appreciative
though.
of Navi's power?
It's risky, so they're gonna go for it. So let's see if they actually can take this fight.
Qualifications come out, exorcism.
Andy is really close to his BKB. He really doesn't want to die right now before he gets his BKB. I think he's like, guys, let me get my BKB, then we fight.
They're going for a bit of a split push here, Navi. They're saying, right, you can take a tier 1. We're going to start knocking on your tier 3 and at quite a rate as well. They'll get a lot done. Now they'll bring themselves back. Oda in the tree line, and Alliance now with the TPs out. Oh, Loda BKB's just in time to avoid the stun from Stormhammer. They're trying to chase. That BKB pretty much just saved Loda's life. Try and go for more. The cooldown is going to hold them back. Looks like they'll be fine. Navi unable to find anything, and yeah, Loda with the quick reactions to ensure that he doesn't lose his life.
That was a good decision making from Navi, because that Prophet Ultimate expanded. They tried to get something done elsewhere in the map and almost paid off really big for them. They got the tier 3 tower, I believe, at bottom lane. Yep,
Yeah,
they got the tower.
Tower is under
So
attack.
the next time this happens again, they're gonna lose Rex for Alliance, so they have to be really careful of not making the same trade anymore.
Right, so these towers, more objectives. You've got 14k net worth on the Sven. That's pretty much a clear 3.5 above the Jara, Loda's Jara. And 10k overall in XP and net worth here for the side of Navi. But still, as we're saying, there's definitely the potential for Alliance to find a favourable fight. At this point, it's just going to be a lot easier for Navi. And Ditcharage just going full in man mode. 200 gold away from the completed day.
You must be a big fan of it, because I know you don't like to get BKB on your gyros as well, from my experience playing top to you.
But when you're playing as Sven, and as you said, the fact that you know that you've got teammates that are going to be able to keep you alive, it is a very aggressive build, but it is the build that can potentially win you the game within the next 10 minutes if you find a good fight with it.
Yep, I agree. It's an item that will help him if you actually get a team fight that's very favorable for you. You can actually just rack them. You have so much damage.
Art style. And here's Bulldog moving in as well. They've got the Nether Strike. EGM jumps out the trees, but Sneko bringing in Ditchara. Gets the stun out onto EGM. Loda's trying to move in, drops the cooldown out, and the Doomsday drops as well on Ditchara, but he just turns. Loda, you don't want to walk into that. Ditchara slashes him down with the sword, and now he's trying to move in onto Ake. Ake holds him back.
Did he take any damage there, Owen?
He's wearing that Doom as if it's as a necklace. He's looking he's looking fabulous. EGM's out. He's had enough. He's seen the Sven, realised how damn scary this man is, and just a bit of a mess from Alliance there. We saw them fight around that choke point. Loda tried to go back in. He realised that Navi were very crowded, felt that he could get the damage out, but he just seriously underestimated the damage from the Sven, who just one shot, two shot.
I mean, they got the Doom that they wanted. They got the Doom on the Sven, but it wasn't enough.
They got all the kind of tools to initiate with, but with the way that this Sven's built, exact that Daedalus, pretty much doing that for them that fight. Just cutting through the
You know what they need? They need Heaven's Helmet for the Sven.
Pretty much, but the question is who's going to be able to build it?
I think EGM?
Actually, yeah, Spirit Breaker, yeah.
Probably EGM, or
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Bulldog wants to get BKB. He probably will get a Heaven's Helmet too. I don't think BKB does that much this game.
Oh, you think at this point with the money he's got, you just say, just get
Yeah, you need to
Just get
get like Halbert to deal with the Sven, because the Sven doesn't have BKB. I'm not sure if the BKB, even if you get a BKB on the Doom, how much does it change during team fights? The Sven is just outputting too much damage at this stage of the game. Like, it's just, that is the biggest problem.
Ags on Chen as well, so we've already talked about the heal coming into big plays.
Oh dear, the Golem is gonna make the Sven unkillable. The aura.
Push from sudden RV. We've already seen them take a tier 3, but now they're very much going to have the strength.
We saw a
to hide and
Superman
take
Death
a rest.
Prophet the last game, and this game the Sven is the Superman here.
Yeah, it's still the net worth just spiraling absolutely out of control.
So how is Alliance gonna be able to take this team fight? Okay, so I guess you don't have a choice. You still have to Doom the Sven in this base defense, and you probably need maybe 2 or 3 buybacks. Let's see who has buyback right now. This Gyro, S4, and Aki has buyback, so they have 3 buybacks here to defend.
Bulldog's pretty much got his as well. 70.
They have
Gold
4
away.
buybacks. Oh, he's actually going for BKB.
Okay. I'll be interested to see if he does spend out or if he just going
Yeah,
to keep
but
the only 4
I don't think it will do too much in team fights. It's gonna allow him to obviously, you know, avoid the nukes from the Chen and the Chen creeps, whatnot. But I think the bigger picture is the Sven. Like, you need to be able to deal with the Sven. And even if you doom the Sven at this stage, we saw in the last fight, he doesn't care. He just kills everything. So I think I felt like Heaven's Helmet would have probably helped them deal with the Sven a lot more in team fights.
Alright, so just understand it, playing very careful now. After they've seen the strength of NaVi, just keeping it up on the high ground. Not willing to make too many risks. We are going to see a charge from EGM leaving the base on the top. We'll see how far now. Yeah, as soon as he's over the stairs, he's like, nope, I'm sticking in the base with the rest of my team. They're coming out around, and Bulldog will spot out the courier. Darkstar with his newly found Black Dragons, forcing back the Doom. Now they're blowing him as well. With the Necro units, just look at him disappear. Bulldog out of the game for 50 seconds. So much damage from this Beastmaster and his Necro 3s.
That's probably just 2 sides of Rex.
Could be. He's got no buyback. Talked about this. And now with the Stormhammer test force, silent stuff as well. He'll use himself, but he's got minimal HP. They're trying to fight, but the Sonic Wave flies through. Dendi on a Mega Kill streak. There's your buyback from the Death Prophet. But no Exorcism and no Loader almost certainly. They chased him down. Then he blinks forward. Double kill for the Quap. Ditchera, he's got the Stormhammer, the Spirit Siphon will finish him off. So S4 does buy back, gets a big kill, but the Black Dragons with their fireballs, the rest of the side of NaVi forcing S4 back up to the high ground. Loader trying to move in onto the front. He gets silenced up, he's down for 75. EGM, they're just throwing their bodies in the side of NaVi, and NaVi are taking the Blink 4 from Dendi. That's going to be the Death Prophet down. GG is called, and NaVi take the game against Alliance 30 minutes in, 19-20-7. And Alliance, from kind of S4's underperformance in the mid lane, or pretty much just how NaVi targeted it. I think we saw there how you deal with the Death Prophet.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, right, the Chen was doing so much for his team. He managed to gank the Death Prophet like 3 times in the early game. But at the same time, I felt like the Gyrocopter, his team needed to free space for him. They needed to make, like, the common rotations from Gyro didn't happen this game, the level 6 rotations. They didn't